Hello, and welcome to Rain's Cryptids, Myths, and Folklore. I'm Rain, and today we are going to talk about the Mongolian death worm. The Mongolian death worm is a creature that is believed to reside in the Gobi Desert. The locals call it, well, I cannot pronounce, but I will put the spelling up. But the translation is intestine worm. Yeah. The legend of the death worm has grown over the years. There have been many movies that are believed to have been inspired by the Mongolian death worm. The description is, it is about 2 to 5 feet long, has no head nor legs, with large spikes protruding from both ends of its body. Their bodies are of a red hue and look like intestines, hence the name intestine worm. It is extremely poisonous. Simply brushing up against it will cause excruciating pain and near instantaneous death. It is reported they can kill prey even from a distance. It is believed that it's from an electrical charge, which is of recent belief, or by spitting venom. I'm leaning towards the spitting venom. Those who are sprayed with the venom perish from its sticky yellow hue color. It was first told about in the western areas from a Roy Chapman Andrews in a book, 1926, On the Trail of Ancient Man, although his accounts of the worm were secondhand. He did try to find this death worm, but to no avail, was unsuccessful. It is said that it travels underground and creates waves in the sand when it's moving shallow through the sand and rarely comes to the surface. For 10 months of the year, it is said, they hibernate and then become active in June and July. Or possibly it goes very deep. Native Mongolians report seeing the creatures surface after heavy rainfalls. Many people don't believe that the death worm exists, but I would like to remind everyone that it was believed that nothing could survive and live in underwater volcanoes. Now, they found out that bacteria is living in a volcano, which is at a 300-degree temperature, and also found sharks swimming in the heated waters of those volcanoes. So, to just not believe because they say so is ridiculous. They even showed the locals a Tartar sand boa, to which they agreed it looked like it. But I also wonder how much of a language barrier there could have been at the time, or if the explorers heard what they wanted to hear since they couldn't find it. Nonetheless, we have a very elusive creature that lives in a very uninhabitable area and wants to be left alone. Of course, some may not realize it, but maybe it's able to go extremely deep. Plus, the Gobi Desert probably a very long time ago wasn't a desert, and who knows what could have been there before. If ancient structures happened to be there, very deep, of course, these creatures could have taken what would be caves now and dwell in them, staying far from us. The Gobi Desert resides in Mongolia and China. It is overall a cold desert. It's located on a plateau roughly 2,990 feet to 4,990 feet above sea level. The Gobi Desert has many different climate and topographies, so it is possible the Mongolian death worm does reside very deep. Of course, there hasn't really been any clues to either confirm or debunk the existence of the Mongolian death worm. Many people have set traps and sent many expeditions, including using local guides to find this elusive creature. All have come up empty-handed, so they wanted to be quick to dismiss it as a fictitious cryptid, or call it a misidentified species. Even some have tried to capture it on camera, and the animals they did catch on camera in the still picture made it up that it looked like a chameleon with a horn. Then, on watching the video, it was a cow. But when I watched it, this includes seeing the still picture first, then the video, I can see no such indoctrinating conclusion. I saw an animal, but I was not sure which animal it was. Being confused with the still picture of that proportion is why we have such a hard time believing. But I knew it wasn't a cryptid, so why play these games? What we are told is not always the facts, so I will choose to keep the Mongolian deathworm on my radar. We don't know how deep these creatures could be traveling, so to count them out, well, I won't, just yet anyways. There are many accounts from locals and even an explorer of these creatures. Even the local government of the area say it exists, even though they themselves have not ever seen it. Most have died from any exposure from this deathworm. The explorer didn't die and even see it, but he was left with strange wounds on his back while he was asleep. No one knows what else could have caused it, as there wasn't anything that could have caused that type of wounds in that area. That explorer left and never returned after his encounter. I don't know, but maybe either they have gone very deep and try avoiding humans, or maybe they might have gone extinct. The Mongolian deathworm will stay on my radar. And that is what I have on the Mongolian deathworm. Please like and subscribe and share as well. If you have a sighting you would like to share on any cryptid, please email me. My email is below. Also, if you have a suggestion for a cryptid you would like for me to do a video on, please comment below or email me. Now, it's time for Superstition for Thought. And today's thought is the lucky penny. So finding a penny with its head up is to have good luck. With the saying, see a penny and pick it up. All day long you'll have good luck. Of course, it doesn't say anything about it having to be with heads up. I believe that came into play later as it grew. But where did it come from? Some like to say it's from when they started using coins as currency, as in those with more coins are wealthier and would be considered lucky. But I don't buy this. There are other possible origins. Pagans happen to have a rhyme almost identical to the penny one, but instead of a penny, it was a pen. See a pen, pick it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. Now, with the heads up part, if you see a penny, heads up, pick it up, and you'll have good luck all day long. If it is tails up, flip it over for the next person to find some good luck, which in turn, you are just pushing some good karma for yourself and some luck for the next person to find the penny. And that is all I could find for the good luck penny. So, I hope you find that penny with its heads up for some luck, and if I find it tails up, I'll flip it over for you. Thank you. We'll see you next time.